Hello, everyone, and welcome. Hi, Jody. How's it going?
Hi. How's it? How are you doing today?
Doing well. I am so glad to have you with us. This is your first full class with us. This is
Yeah,
so exciting. I love
very
it.
exciting. Very exciting. I
So
was thinking
cool.
about it all day today.
Love it. If folks don't know, Jody is from the Wendy's Crafting Friends YouTube channel. And she works to help keep Wendy's channel alive and thriving and to continue sharing so much inspiration, bead box unboxings, design ideas. And you guys are continuing to put out a lot of content. It's pretty impressive.
Thank you. It's my happy place. So I get home from work.
Mhm.
I have a 40-hour work week, but the first thing I want to do after dinner is come in here and just make something. And so
Yeah.
it's truly my happy place.
I love that. Well, that just means you're the perfect person to be teaching today because you're going to share that inspiration and joy with everybody.
Oh,
So
thank
for
you.
today's project, I asked Jody to send me a list of like, what are your favorite things? What are your favorite stones? And I just went perusing through our inventory shelves to find all your favorites. That was the goal. And so here is the palette that we made up. So the main stones here are the Botswana agate. So you said this is one of your favorites. What do you love about this stone?
I just love, well, first of all, I love that every bead is absolutely different from the other.
Yeah.
None of them are the same ever. And then
Mm-hmm.
just the quality feels so good. You know what I mean? Like it just feels like
Yeah.
a better bead than most
Yeah.
that I've had.
It's
So
really
it's
cool.
just beautiful.
It's also just a unique neutral color.
Yes.
Like, yes, you're using more of that kind of grayish brown color,
Mhm.
white, but it's not boring at all.
No, and it goes
Uh,
with like literally everything. Yellow. It looks
yeah.
great with like a bright
Yeah.
yellow. I mean, it's beautiful.
Yeah, I know it's actually one of Sam's favorite stones too.
Oh, really?
So yeah, oh, absolutely. So I sent it to you in these, let me look up, I have this size written down here. We have 4.3 millimeter faceted rounds, as well as these larger 6.5 by 8 faceted rondelles. So two different sizes. You also said that you were a fan of Amazonite and aquamarine, I believe. So
Yes,
you like your blues as well. So these
I
are
do.
8.6 millimeter Amazonite faceted rounds. And then to match, I filled this with lots of gems. That was kind of the goal. Good stuff. So we have these really cool 5-piece sets of aquamarine smooth freeform long pear brios. So you can see they come with, a mix of lengths and widths and kind of some color variation. Each set of 5 is a little unique. And I know you use these in your focal today. You wanted to put them right in the center.
Yeah.
They are pretty. And then just to round it out, had to have some Chet glass embellishments for some extra detail. So I have table cut butterflies and these royal diamond beads that have lots of detail. Oh, plus these 11O Miyuki bronze delica beads for an accent. So this is where we started. And I sent this to you and I had no idea what was about to happen. But do you want to flip your camera around? We'll start diving into this.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay. So yeah, I sent this over to Jody and was just like, all right, whatever you want to make, go for it. And she came up with a fabulous design. I'm really excited for you all to learn how to make it today. We're calling it this DIY fringe necklace. We're creating this custom fringe for the centerpiece out of beads and gemstones and chain together. Let's see here. Oh, it looks like your camera is flipped. You might have to I don't know if you're able to flip the.
Yep, I can. 1 second.
Okay,
Sorry
perfect.
about that.
Oh, no problem. Oh, perfect. One moment, guys. And then you guys will be able to see everything. All right, so that overhead there, now that you're seeing, that is Jody. You're in Kalamazoo, Michigan, is that right?
That is right.
I love that we can do these things with people. I'm here in Berkeley, California. You're in Michigan. Like, and we get to bead together. It's so cool.
It is cool. It really is. I know my big dream would be to have all of my beading friends together and just do one big fun online beading thing.
Yeah. And that's what's cool about this. Like, everyone watching is from all over, but we all get to hang out. So will you show off this centerpiece that we're going to be making, as well as what are the other materials people will need for this fringe necklace?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So I used the butterfly, the check glass butterfly as my starting point. And then I just cut different lengths of Rolo chain. And I did everything about an inch or under an inch. And then I just picked two of the pear brios to go with it and just one of each of the other beads and then hung them from the chain. So you would end up needing, I do recommend a 24 gauge beading wire. So you'll need that. And you will also need some head pins. And again, this is the Rolo chain I use. I think it's like a 2 millimeter Rolo chain. So it's kind of small, but you're only hanging one thing off the bottom. So it's not too big of a deal.
Wonderful. Yes, you can, any of the beads that you see today, you can purchase at Sam's Bead Shop. We carry some of these findings, but not all of them. So you might have to look elsewhere for like the chain and stuff. But for any of these gorgeous beads, I hope you'll check out our site. So yeah, please kick things off, and we would love to learn how to make this.
All right, well, we're gonna make this little guy then. So I started with my butterfly, and I'll just get the rest of my little beads out here for us. And I am using just a regular eye pin. And I took two of these little teeny delicate beads and I put one on the bottom underneath the butterfly. Oops. Sorry guys, I have butterfingers today. And then I used the butterfly and then put one on top just to kind of give it like a little space there. And then had to be really careful because I did crack one of the little beads. I got a little overzealous, so just had to be really careful.
Yeah, make sure the pliers don't go on top of the bead. I've been there.
Oh yeah, and I'm like, no.
Luckily, the tube comes with a lot of seed beads.
It does. It does. You still feel bad about wasting one bead, though. You know, it's just like...
That's true. We care so much.
Just like I feel bad if I use an entire strand except for one bead, and I feel like that one bead is going to be lonely.
Yeah.
I'm like, you can go to bead soup with all your other friends.
Yeah, it's okay.
And I just wrapped it a couple times. I didn't want to get too close down to that bead, so I wouldn't crack it. And the one thing too is like, I can never seem to get it right when I'm doing the loops, one on top, one on the bottom, where they both need to face like the same direction or a different direction. So I just always have to like twist one of them to get them both in the right direction, because I need them both to be in the same direction on this piece because of the jump ring at the bottom.
Cool.
So if you just twist it a little bit, then you can get it lined up correctly once you get it all strung on there. And then we'll just build the bottom part now with the chain. And I just tried to like just kind of team up some of the shorter beads with even some of the shorter strands, some of the longer beads with the longer ones, just to give it a bunch of different lengths. And I wasn't too worried about them all being exact, because we want them to look kind of like, I guess, cascading in a way. I guess that's the right word. So to do this, I'm not sure how many people wrap a briolette before. So they're really easy. You just put the wire through the hole and you make kind of like a little triangle at the top like this. And then I just take my thumbnail and I just bend the long one up just a little bit, so it's going straight up. And then just take the small one and just wrap it around. Just once or twice, just to secure your spot, and then you can cut that off. All right, and then we'll wrap this, and we're going to wrap it directly onto the chain so there's no jump ring needed. And we're just going to do a wrap loop.
And the most important part, right? You got to remember to put the chain on.
Yes. I can't tell you how many times I've done a tutorial saying that that's what I was going to do. And I'm like, well, never mind. I guess we're going to use a jump ring.
Yep. Sometimes you have to adjust. But hey, you got it perfect this time. Right on there before you close that loop.
It's funny how you forget just that 2 seconds, you're so used to just wrapping it. All right. So now that I got it through that chain, I'm just going to wrap it. And I'm going to use my hands for it because this wire is very thin. So it's actually easier for me to guide it with my hands than it is the tool. And I'm just going to wrap around. And I don't go all the way down over it. A lot of people do. I can tell you, I'm going to be honest, I'm not great with going all the way down and around. I don't like the way my wraps look. I need to practice a little bit more. So I usually go down to right about the top and I leave it there.
Cool.
So it ends up looking like that. So yeah, that's one of my work-ons that I need to practice more with, is getting really good at wire wrapping.
Would you just hold that? Once you push in that end, would you just hold that up to the camera just so folks can see how you did that? Oh, I love it. That's really pretty. I like that it's just like a little touch of wire at the top. I think that's nice.
Thank you. Yeah, it's kind of like a little mini bead cap in a way.
Yeah, a little crown.
Little crown. So that's how we do that one. And then the other ones I just did put them on a head pin like this. And I just ended up doing a small wrapped loop. You won't have a lot of wrap to go around, unfortunately. And I tried to pick some beads that had a little more character to them. Like these both have stripes, and I love that.
Yeah. So like find the most interesting beads on the strand to put in the front. I like that. That's a good idea.
Yeah. All right. So then we're just going to do a little wire wrap loop here and put it directly on the chain, and I won't forget to do that. So I just grabbed one of the chains and just stick it right on there. So that's how we make that work.
And for this, using a plier in each hand is much easier.
Yeah, for these definitely, because they're a little bit thicker. I think these are, it's like a 22 gauge, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So they're a little bit thicker. All right. And then we'll do this little guy here.
And now for this design, we're going to be using this for the center of a necklace. But as you're making this second one, I'm realizing these would be really cute earrings too, wouldn't they?
They would be adorable earrings. And that, you know what? I'm going to have to go buy some more butterflies.
You're just kidding. I know you'll need another pair.
Yeah, I need some more of these beads. So I'm going to have to get on the app real quick and order me some more.
Love that. Yeah, and I really love that you're showing a new way to show off these butterflies. These have been a hit at the shop, and we've had them in so many different colors. These are more neutral. They're white with these copper edges, but we've had them in some bright, fun colors. So I love the idea of taking them and then making this chain fringe cluster underneath. Like, people can totally take this technique and use it for a necklace, for earrings, for whatever they want. This is awesome.
Oh yeah, and I love all the shaped check glass. I love the regular round beads and the rondelles and all that too, but for some reason, like the animal shapes really get me. Like the birds, the butterflies, all of those. I don't know, I love them all.
Yeah, you were telling me you had a thing for like bird beads. It seemed like, and as long as it flies, like I love that.
It's like the most random thing to tell you in an email. I really love bird beads.
But hey, it gave me the inspiration. I couldn't find the right birds that were the right color to match the gemstones, but these butterflies worked.
You know, any live sale that I've been on that you guys have had birds, I'm like the one who's like trying to snatch them all up.
Yes, I love that. Yeah, I mean, that's what's cool about like check glass beads is they can come up with such unique shapes. I mean, gemstone, like they're continuing to evolve and come up with new ways to cut the beads. But with glass, since you're using these molds, they can come up with such intricate and unique shapes. It is special. So that's why we like to combine check glass and gemstones in the shop. So you get just like, the richness of these gems, but then some of the unique shapes of the check glass. So you're kind of showing that off in this piece.
Oh yeah. And I have made plenty of jewelry with only check glass because I do love it. I mean, it just, they can do so much to it. It's unbelievable.
Oh my God. So many colors and coatings. Yeah.
I desperately need colors. There we go.
Oh yeah. Well, it sounds like you make all the time, so you put them to good use. I'm just going to share one comment from someone watching live. Betsy says, I love the combination of colors. Amazonite, one of my favorites. So you have another person who loves the blues and the browns.
Yay.
We're in good company.
That's awesome. Oh, we need to say hi to my mom because she's watching.
Hi, Jody's mom. What's her name?
Linda.
Hi, Linda. I hope you're having a good day.
Yeah, she's so excited. I think she was more excited than me, which is almost impossible because I was ridiculously excited. So I was beading all day.
If folks don't know, Jody joined us during our Bead Box anniversary birthday party for our Bead Box's third birthday. That was, I don't know, a month or two ago, back with our March box. She joined us and made a fabulous piece with everyone, hung out with us. We had such a good time. We're like, okay, yeah. Why have we not done a class yet? Let's do something just us. So that's kind of what kicked things off.
It was really cool to have that opportunity to meet so many of the people that I've been watching for a long time now, and like everyone's just as nice as I thought they would be. So it was it's amazing.
That's good. Yeah. Because Jody joined us, and you're one of the folks who open up our box every month, which is so cool. So just like our subscribers, you get the Bead Box each month and you open it on camera. You give your live reactions to everything, and then you make with the box. I'm putting you on the spot, but what has been what's been like standing out to you recently in the bead boxes? I don't know if you've gotten your May box yet, but that's still a secret, but.
I haven't. Yeah.
Okay. I was like, I think it's still on its way to you. But yeah, what have you been enjoying with the bead box lately?
Well, I mean, I just love how everything is perfectly curated, right? But yet it's so different. Like everything is different from each other. You don't get the same bead over and over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does that make sense? That's like my favorite thing.
Yeah, we're not going to just send you like rounds and rondelles every month. Like we're always trying to find new shapes, new colors. Oh, I'm glad you appreciate that.
And I love that you guys will pick stuff that, you might look at and think, well, not everyone's going to like this, maybe. But I'm hoping everybody likes it. Like I'm going to tell you that, like I think I'm probably like one of the people who loves, like I told you, like all the animal shapes. But the snake head in what box was that?
Oh yeah, in the Mookite Memories box.
Yes, I loved that bead.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, that one was. Oh wait, and let's come back. I want to make sure people know what you're doing right now. So. What order? Yeah. Do you mind just sharing? So. What order you did this? Okay, cool. Yeah. Perfect.
So what I was trying to do is, let me lay these out. Sorry, I was talking and I forgot that
I was
doing something here. So I was kind of looking at them at the lengths because now that I have bigger beads on there, I just kind of want them to be a little staggered. So I was just grabbing them, and I want this, like a longer one at this end, maybe a couple small ones in the middle, shorter ones. And I don't mind these two being by each other because they're very different. That's one of the things I love about the Botswana agate.
Yep.
And then I want to do another one of the long ones, and then just end it with the Amazonite.
Nice.
So then it ends up looking like this.
You're just trying to mixing it up, not put it the same thing next to each other.
Yeah. Just mixing it up, and just so that, I don't know, it just kind of looks more, I feel like it looks more organic that way. Everything's just kind of falling into some kind of pattern, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. It's however it ends up, it's what's meant to be.
So that's what we end up getting.
That
And
is
it's going to
so
be very
cute.
different from my other one that I made before. So
yeah, it depends
very
just how
different.
long you cut the chain and
Yeah.
what you put on each one. Yeah. It's also where people can kind of change this design. Like they can choose, do they want to make this shorter? Do they want to make it extra long? Like people can really play with that.
Oh, definitely. This is something that, I mean, nobody is going to make the same one. It's going to be so different for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there we go.
Fabulous.
And then we have stringing next. Oh, I did want to say the last box, the Chateau and Bloom, has bumped up my first favorite.
Yeah.
To my second. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So wait, it's your new number one?
Yeah, that's my new number one. I use every single bead in that box.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I used every single bead. All right, so I'm kind of like a messy beader. I don't really like to work out of the trays. I like to work off my mat. So I apologize for that if that kind of is not a thing that anyone likes. But it's just easier for me to grab it.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to dump my little piles here. And what I started with is I didn't want this resting on the wire itself. I know that sometimes it can rub the wire, which, by the way, I'm using 19 strand wire, and it can kind of wear down the wire over time. So these little teeny tiny 11-0 seed beads are actually perfect for this to kind of glide across on. So and it just protects the wire. So that's the reason I use those underneath my focal. And I really only needed about 6 there, but then I used the rest of them, the ones I used, in between the beads because it looks like it's knotted. If you look at the stringing, it looks like someone actually took the time to knot the string in between beads, but I didn't because that would take time.
Yeah. But this is, it's a little hack. I love that.
Yeah. All right, so that's going to just slide underneath there once we start getting all the other beads on. And then when I was looking at the pattern, I kind of wanted it to be very staggered. I didn't want to start out with large beads and then go into small or vice versa. I really like it when it's just very almost random, but not really random because it's planned.
Yeah.
So I like to have a mix. So I started with the seed beads and then I went right into my favorites. And I'm just grabbing the ones that are most interesting first to me because they're going to be down right in front. So I just wanted to grab one of each of the ones that are most interesting. Save the other colors like for the top, ones that don't have as much striations in it or any little stripes or anything like that. And then I did use a seed bead in between every single bead. Just one little single one. And then I went into with the Amazonite. And I didn't try to match up my colors from one side to the other either. As a matter of fact, I tried to make it so they didn't match on purpose from one side to the other. And then that way it just was a little more interesting.
And I think just adding that spacer between every bead, like it obviously it'll make your project take a little longer to string, but I think that's a nice way to like level up a stringing project. Like you're adding a little extra detail and you're providing some spacing to the beads. I think that's a nice way to like level up a design.
Oops, I almost forgot about my diamond beads. I almost forgot about these guys. These are so great. They make the best like accent piece.
These royal diamonds, they're like, I think they're actually in my like top 5 favorite check shapes. I think they're so cool.
They are really cool. And you can do so much with them.
Yeah, and I think they do work really well for stringing because they are that kind of elongated shape. It fills out the stringing nicely.
It does. And then it just, I don't know, it just gives you a little something more to look at.
Yeah. Yeah, to probably kind of balance out the butterfly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I absolutely love it.
And so did you put, it looks like you put the Botswana agate, that 4mm round on either side of the royal diamond. Is that right?
Yeah, I did.
I like that.
And
Add some
I guess my
symmetry.
pattern ended up being like using the Botswana agate, the Amazonite, the small Botswana agate, and then the diamond. And then when I did all that through the diamond, and then I went opposite direction, with the
Mm-hmm.
small. And then when I ran out of those, then my pattern changed a little bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, it just kind of gave it a little something different to look at, I think. I really like to see people's jewelry and have to like look at the whole entire thing to see all the
Mm-hmm.
detail. It's like my favorite part.
Pamela Meeks commented, love this. I definitely agree.
Oh,
This
hi,
is so
Pamela.
beautiful.
I
Oh,
know
you know
you.
Pamela. Oh, I love
I
that.
do. Yeah, she's one of my friends.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you for joining us live. And thank you to everyone. We got almost 100 of you joining live, which is incredible across all the different channels. And if you're watching the replay, that's awesome as well. If you could give this video a like, and if you're watching the replay, just say hi in the comments. Let us know what you think of today's project. We'd love to hear from you.
Yes.
This is like the meditative part of the design here.
It is. I kind of just lose myself in it.
Mm-hmm. What do you tend to listen to anything when you're making jewelry? Or do you like quiet, or you like putting on music or a podcast?
I like music, but music tends to make me want to clean. So so I'll usually listen to a book or
Yeah.
or a podcast.
That is so funny. So maybe if you put that on, you'll want to organize your beads. You won't
Yes.
want to make anything.
Yeah. If I want to organize, then I need to listen to like Taylor Swift or something
Yeah.
like that, and then I'll start cleaning my room because it needs it. But then it's the only time I really get to listen to my books or my podcast without being interrupted, because they know when this door is closed that like they'll be in trouble if they come in my craft room when the door is closed. So, but yeah. And I am listening to Sharp Objects right now. I started reading it, but I just can't sit still long enough to actually sit and read. I'm only like page 10. So I'm like, you know what? We're just going to listen to it.
That's so smart. Ooh, is this? I just had to look this up. It's like a thriller suspense story.
Yes.
Oh my God, that is what a wild thing to listen to while you're beading. That is, you're just like in a totally different world. I love that.
Yeah, she wrote the book Gone Girl too.
Oh, okay. That one I know.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. It seems weird to listen to something like that while you're doing something relaxing. But I don't know, it balances out for some reason. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just me.
Oh, I mean, but I just love the idea of like listening to a story while you're making. Like, then you're getting transported to another world. I love that.
Oh yeah, yeah. All right, and then I'm trying to make it so that I don't have like the same exact color on both sides. So we're going to do this like darker blue here.
Mm-hmm.
So that
it's a white bead on the other side.
Yeah. Tiny beads. They're so great.
Yeah, seed beads come in handy for a metallic spacer because they get quite small, and so yeah, they work well for that. So they're not just for people doing seed bead weaving. Anyone can use seed beads.
Very true. Although that is something I want to learn. I would love to learn. I
Mhm.
need to watch some classes and
Yeah. Yeah,
expand
right
my
now,
knowledge.
are stringing and wire work your favorite techniques to use?
Yeah, they are. Yeah. I even like to make like little things. I think the goofiest thing I ever made, I saw it and I'm like, oh, I think I could make that. It's just a little cute little worm that you put, like a caterpillar that you put in your plant, and it's made out of wire. And you know those really
Oh,
large beads with the big round hole? Because I had so
yeah.
many of them. I'm like, what do I do with these?
Yeah.
And so I ended up making them, and then you can bend it, using the thicker wire. And they had
Mhm.
like the little swirly antlers. So I'll make stuff like that too, just like little off the wall things. Um,
Yeah, so you're decorating your garden, like
yeah,
just jewelry for everything.
that's right.
That's great. Have you started planting anything new for the spring?
I am going this weekend to get flowers.
Yes.
So yeah, I have
Awesome.
big planters because I'm not good at growing anything in the ground for some reason. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Um, but I have some big planters that I put on my front porch, and then I go to our local like nursery here, and I just
Mhm.
fill up the car with
Yes.
nothing but plants.
That sounds so fun.
Oh, it's so much fun. And I think that's one of my favorite things to do. I guess it's kind of like beading. I'm breaking apart all these like little trays and I'm building like a big, beautiful display, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I do not have a place with a garden right now, but I am in my hometown, so my parents are very close by. They have a vegetable garden, and so just like last week, my dad planted this year's tomatoes and lettuce and Swiss chard
Oh,
and mint. So
oh, that's so
I mean, they
awesome.
always end up with way too much. So me and Sam get to have some, so that works out well.
Oh, that works out
So
perfect.
we're even if it's not our garden, I mean, I still get to enjoy the food.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I know that's one thing I really want to do, but I think I need to invest in like those raised garden beds. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? I don't know. Like I see them all over my neighborhood. People have them. I don't know. Maybe our dirt just isn't great here. I
Yeah.
don't really know. Maybe
Who
that's why I
knows?
can't grow. It's not me.
Yeah.
It's the
No, of
dirt.
course not.
So that was something I was thinking about doing, and I don't know what happened to this year already. Like it's already
Yeah,
May.
I know. Well, flowers are beautiful too. I mean, that'll make you happy every time you walk in the door.
Oh, absolutely. I love flowers. I love gardens.
Hmm.
And I'll make the bees happy too.
When you are making this, is there a certain length that you like usually make your necklaces? Like how many inches of beads are you trying to add?
So it varies. I like all different lengths of necklaces. I've really been into
Hmm.
making not quite a choker necklace, like just something that lays on your collarbone. I've been doing a lot of those lately. But
Hmm.
whenever I have something like this, I like to make it a little long. And usually I grab about 24 inches of beading wire, knowing that I'm
Okay.
going to probably lose an inch with, the end or whatever, but then gaining some with the closure and everything. But other than that, I did make one super really long one that had a tassel on the end of it. So I think I picture an outfit that I would wear it with, and then I go with that.
Yeah. So this one you're going for a longer one then, right?
Yep. Yeah, it kind
Okay.
of hits like right about the middle of your chest.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's usually like my favorite length is right in the middle of my chest because it's going
Yeah.
over most of my collars, and you can see it with pretty much any outfit. So,
Yeah. Well, yeah, and if you make it longer, you can actually see more of the beads. I sometimes realize when I'm making a shorter piece, so many of the beads just end up behind my neck, and it's
yeah.
like wait, you can't even see the pattern that I just did. Like this isn't what I wanted.
Yeah, or if you're using like really cool like if you're using silver silk or starry silk or something
Hmm.
like that, that's all behind your neck now, and now you don't see any of the
Yeah.
cool stuff that you put there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got to make it long enough. Okay, so 24 inches is what you started with for
Yeah.
this piece. Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah. If you guys can hear whoever is weed whacking in my neighborhood, I'm so sorry. It's like my neighbor right next door. I am so sorry about that. It's loud.
It is just, life is going on. I mean, we're right by these train tracks, so we hear the train going by. Everyone knows they're going to hear the train when they listen to one of our live sales. We call it the Bead train, and
is that where Bead train came from?
Yes, exactly.
Oh,
we're just like, well, we know what this like. Oh my God! Right on cue. There it is.
Bead train.
Bead train coming through. Choo choo in the comments. Yeah, like we're like, well, if it's gonna come all the time, we need to celebrate it. So yeah, now we like turn it into a game, and during our live sales on Tuesdays and Thursdays, whenever people hear it, because it's totally random when it's gonna come, they comment that they hear the bead train, and then Jesse sprinkles some bead credit into a few people's carts. So now it's something we look forward to. So that's kind of what happened.
Oh, and you guys, if you haven't gone to any of those live sales, they are an absolute blast. We have so much fun. They're dangerous for me though, I have to tell you, because I'm like, that's a great deal. Add to cart.
Yeah.
And then, and then like the wait list, I love the wait list because I don't know, it was 1 week. I ended up doing like 4 separate orders because I'm like, your wait list item is available. I'm like, yes.
Yes. I know. And you feel like you won the lottery.
Yeah. Yeah. It was so cool.
Yeah. And I'm so glad. I love that. Fun. Yeah. And I love that we're always able to combine orders. We refund extra shipping whenever we, combine those orders, which is nice.
Oh yeah. My husband calls it girl math because I ended up with like, I don't know, I think I had like a $20 credit or something.
Yes. And then you just have to get more beads.
Well, yeah. And he's like, and I'm like, look, I saved, this much money or whatever. And he's like, yeah, well, you probably could have saved more if you just didn't. I'm like, don't even go there.
Yeah, don't bring it. I gotta have something. There needs to be beads in this craft room. Come on.
I don't have anything in here.
No.
I have nothing to wear. I literally have nothing to wear. I need more beads.
Oh my gosh, of course. You're being creative.
Absolutely.
Yes.
It gets me out of his hair. He can watch his wrestling. And that way I'm not like, are we watching wrestling again?
Yeah. Everyone has their thing, their hobby.
Yeah.
There you go. Love that.
Just mine happens to cost a little bit more than his. But that's okay.
But yours is very productive. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's really pretty. I make all kinds of pretty, and I make gifts for people. I make so many gifts for people. So it's like perfect.
Well, I bet some people today and tomorrow are trying to make some last minute Mother's Day gifts. So maybe this will inspire people because this design is very flexible. You can use this with any beads. So just go through your stash. I'm sure you have some Sam's beads in there. And, this necklace would be fabulous for a Mother's Day gift.
Absolutely. I think I will wear it on Mother's Day.
Oh, perfect.
It's my gift to me. It's Sam's gift to me.
Yes. Yes, we should all treat ourselves.
Absolutely. all of them.
Yes. Well, we're making a lot of progress. I feel like you've almost filled up these strands, and you obviously need enough to crimp and end it off, which will be good to show people how to do.
Yeah, I'm getting real close. As a matter of fact, I'm going to finish this one side and we'll crimp this one side first. And then that way, if we do run out of time, they can at least see that.
Perfect. Yeah, we're doing great on time. So.
Oh, we are good.
Yeah, this is perfect. So we should be able to do both sides. And then we can show off the finished piece at the end.
Oh, that'd be wonderful.
Yeah.
And that's probably like the biggest comment I get on my tutorials. Like, we love it when you show what it looks like on you.
Yes. Oh my God. Lori just commented, oh my, this necklace is gorgeous. Yes. So much love in the comments.
Oh, thank you
all.
Everyone's so sweet.
Oh, and Brenda asked a good question. I'll pull this up. This one I think is for me. She said, can you sign up for Sam's Bead Box at any time? And that is correct. You can, at any time, you can sign up and become a subscriber. And depending when you sign up, that'll just affect which box you get first. Yesterday was technically our cutoff for the May box. So if you go in and subscribe like on the website today, you'll the first box you get will be the June box next month. But if you sign up, but you're like, I really do want to get the May box, I don't want to have to wait till June, send us an email to hello@samsbeadshop.com. Try to do that in the next few days before Monday, the 13th, and we can get you the May box as your first one. But that has to be manually. Otherwise, if you join, you can still join at any time. You'll just have to wait for the June box. So I hope that answers your question. And you'll be the May box is on its way to you, Jody. So I'm excited to see what you think of it. I'm not going to give any hints.
No, I try to wait. I always say, I'm just going to wait until, whatever day is your guys' opening day to look at it. No, that's really a dumb idea because I can't do that. Like, I just can't. You
want to look at it immediately. Yeah.
Yeah. I just get so excited. I'm like, oh, and then it feels like you have like the world's biggest secret that you can't tell anybody, but you really want to tell everyone, but you can't.
Yeah. I know, for like a few days, you can't post to Facebook, you can't post in any groups. Like, I know as bead people, as soon as we like love something, we want to share it.
Yeah.
So it's amazing that people are pretty good about waiting. And before you finish that off, another question that just came in that you can answer was, would you show off that pretty pink and green bracelet you have on?
Oh,
Caroline.
You mean the one from my bracelets that I made from the last bead box?
I love it. I'm glad someone pointed it out. Yeah. Oh, so they're two different bracelets. You got them stacked together.
Yep. I did.
So cool.
I did a whole set in the rose gold chain, which I also bought from a live sale, I think about a year ago. And so those are the
so pretty. And are those, can people find tutorials for that on the Wendy's Crafting Friends channel?
Yes, they can. Every single, because I use the entire box from Chateau and Bloom, and every single tutorial is on there. Plus the showcase is on my very last one.
Amazing.
So
okay, cool.
Yeah, you definitely can do that.
So yeah, if you're not yet, make sure after you watch this video to head over to Wendy's Crafting Friends. The link is in the description of this video, and you should definitely get subscribed, turn on notifications, and you can get lots of amazing inspiration. Who else teaches on that channel?
We have a bunch of other guest ones too. So like Veronica, she doesn't do them all the time, but she was really busy for a little while.
Yeah.
So she just started doing some more. Kim does some. And then we do have some other ladies that from time to time, they'll just say, hey, I have something to contribute. And they will, next thing I know, there'll be a video from one of them. I'm like, oh, yay, I get to watch it.
Nice. I love that. It's a group effort. That's really cool.
It really is. And everybody is just so amazing. All those ladies are just amazing. All right. So I'm at the point where I'm going to close them off now.
Okay. Let's see how to do this.
I'm going to just scoop all this stuff out of the way real fast here. It's not in our way. All right. So that's good. Those little beads won't hurt anything. All right. I have 2 crimp tubes. They are size 2. I do have different preferences, but I don't know if we can use names or not. So, and then I have 2 different size jump rings, my clasp, and I have 2 wire guardians here.
Okay.
All right. So
do you guys also have a, do you guys also have a Facebook group?
Yes. It's a Bead on a Wire sales.
Cool. Okay, that's another great place to like ask about tips for products and other things like that.
Yep.
Cool. Okay, but go ahead. Show us what you're doing here.
Okay, so what I'm doing here is, I should probably take that back off. Sorry, I just get into a habit. I just go. So I put the crimp tube on first. That's important to do before you put your wire guardian on. If I can get it now. There we go. I had it. Now I'm just like struggling. There we go. All right. And since I'm using a jump ring to put my clasp on, I'm going to go ahead and just close up this little gap here. So I just put my tail through the crimp tube. So now I have both strands through that crimp tube, and just pull it up towards the wire guardian. Make your little adjustments. And I like to leave just a little bit of room there. You don't need a lot of room. You don't want too much room, but you do need to get it up kind of close. And then using your crimping pliers, use the first notch, the one closest to where the little screw is here. Use that one first. And then you can turn on its side and use the very front one to close it completely. And then you end up with just like a nice little crimp.
Mm-hmm.
So you can either, if it fits through the beads, I like to string it through just a couple or at least one, and then cut it off and then finish pushing the rest of those up there. All right, and then we're just gonna kind of let gravity do it here. Just making sure I don't have any gaps, but not making it too tight either, otherwise it won't hang very nice. It'll hang a little weird. So, and then just do the same thing for this side. I just let it fall all the way down to the bottom though, because we are going to end up sliding this wire guardian all the way down. All right. I have an easier time making sure my wires do not get crossed within the crimp tube on the first one I do. The second one, because there's the crimp tube in the way and there's other things in the way, it's a little bit more difficult. But if you can just remember what side you put your tail of your wire through, you can just kind of hold it with your other hand just to make sure it doesn't cross, and you get a better crimp that way.
Oh, cool.
All right. There we go.
Well, if anyone was wondering if you can make this piece in under an hour, we've got proof. It definitely can be done.
Oh, it hasn't even been an hour yet?
No, it's been about 45 minutes.
Oh, wow. So look at that. Yeah, you can definitely do it under an hour.
It's pretty, for such a detailed and like amazing project, it really doesn't take too long. I love that.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I thought it was taking me longer. I'm like, everyone's getting so bored watching me string.
No, this is perfect. No, we like these projects where we're hanging out with folks who are making along, maybe they'll come back and watch the replay and make along. Like, this is all in real time. We're making along with you.
Yeah, I love it. That's the one thing I always loved about watching tutorials, live ones, not live ones. I just love watching the entire process from beginning to end. I don't care what they're doing. I love it. I usually only search for certain things I need to learn. I will honestly put on someone's channel and just have it going while I'm, doing things like making dinner or whatever. All right. So now we have the whole necklace.
Oh my gosh. The grand reveal.
And here we go.
Oh, it is so gorgeous. I really love this piece. I would wear this in a heartbeat. It's so cool. I think it turned
out really pretty. Yeah. Thank you.
So nice. Would you turn it? Right now it's going sideways. Do you mind just turning it so it's?
Yep.
Yeah. There we go. Just want to make sure people get a good view of it. This is awesome. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe for some folks who tend to do a lot of stringing projects, this is a way to just add an extra embellishment to their piece and mix it up a little bit. It's a good technique.
Thank you.
Will you put it on? Are you willing to share it like that?
Absolutely. Yeah, I already took off my other necklace in anticipation that I'd be doing that.
Perfect. All right. I am putting the palette of the beads on the screen. So if you want to flip your camera back around.
Perfect.
Yeah, exactly. And if folks, this is a reminder of where we started from. It's amazing how when you look at this tray of beads, like any designer would take this in so many different directions. So it's cool to see what Jody was able to do. Such sweet comments. Thank you all for the love. I'm so glad we were able to do this class with Jody today.
Everyone's so sweet. Thank you, everybody.
Oh my God, Stephanie says definitely making this. That is the best compliment.
Yay, Stephanie.
Jody, if you don't mind just flipping, right now it's showing your tools. Maybe, I don't know if you have to click something. Or...
Yeah, let me, I am like struggling with that right now. There we go. Okay.
Oh, perfect. Okay, and I will add you. Let us see. I'm going to make you. That is, oh my gosh. That hangs so well. I love that.
Thank you.
Oh, that's really helpful to see it on, to like really see how that drapes. It's cool how it like really fans out, kind of coming out of the jump ring.
Oh yeah, it just kind of, and I think that's what I was trying to say. Like didn't know like what the word was. Like all I could think of was like cascade. Is that it's just kind of, And
as it moves around, it doesn't really matter. It'll look good in any way. Yeah. Oh, that is so good.
Thank you.
Love it. Well, this has been wonderful. Thank you so much. I know doing a live was a little different than, pre-recording and editing a video. So thank you for giving this a shot. You were fabulous.
Thank you.
We learned so many good tips today.
Thank you so much.
This is a pleasure. So before we go, I'll just remind folks, the best way to find these beads is if you download the Sam's Bead Shop app in your app store, then you can see our faces. You can watch any of our past live sales. Always good to check out the most recent ones, see what's still available. But we also have lots to shop here as well. And then at the bottom of the app, there's the shop button, which takes you to a menu. So I've got Jody's Fringe necklace on the menu right now. And this way you can get there where they are. Exactly the beads that you saw today. So I wanted to make sure they were all in one place. So the main thing to remember is just once you open the app, you log in, just head over to that shop page, and then you can hit the Fringe necklace and add whichever ones you like to your cart. So a little shopping tip for everybody.
That's exciting. I know exactly where to go to get the butterflies I need now.
Yeah, that's where you find them. And you can see, we might have to look up butterflies. I know we have at least like one or two other colors in the shop. They go fast. But folks should check out what else we have. Well, thank you all so much for joining us. Thank you, Jody, so much for doing this. This is awesome. And I hope everyone has a good weekend.
Bye, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Rachel, for having me.
My pleasure. Bye, everyone.